Hello, my name is Brighton, your English teacher. Uh, I missed you. It's been a while now. Okay, but today we are going on. We're proceeding with our lessons as usual. But before we go, can you please subscribe down there? Okay, I'm waiting for you to subscribe so that we can continue. Subscribe now. I'm waiting. Okay, that you now have already subscribed. Now we can proceed. As I told you before that, uh, what was our last concern in our last lesson? What was the concern? Can you just remind me? Okay. Oh, it was listening as the key to fluent speaking, or listening as the key to fluency. That is what we covered last lesson. But today, now, I am going to teach you, as I promised you when I was finishing or finalizing the last period. I said that we have to consider some things we have to listen to. Okay, so what do we listen to? This is our major concern today. Today, we are going to deal with some kind of things we need to listen to, some kind of practices we need to make so that we can be good listeners and be good English speakers, fluent speakers. Okay, then the today's lesson I've just titled it like as follows. It has the following title. Oh, it is listening practices via hobbies and interests. Listening practices via hobbies and interests. Everybody has their own interest, their own hobbies. I know you have what you like doing whenever you get a free time. You have something you prefer always to do. That is what I am going to teach you today. People have different preferences, different hobbies, different interests, but those interests they have, they can make it an opportunity for English learning. Do you understand what I'm talking about? If you understand, then we're okay. We're going on together. Okay, now I will show you. I have just listed a list of some kind of practices, or let's say some kind of hobbies. Some people make them to be hobbies. You might find yourself doing these things in your free time. Okay, what are your hobbies now? What are your hobbies now? You know them. I don't know them, but I have my hobbies. Myself, I like watching movies. So these hobbies, number one is movies or TV shows. There are people who are good at watching different movies or different TV shows or different TV series. Okay, so this is an opportunity for you to learn English language. The major concern, the main goal of us here is to speak as native speakers. The way they do, the way they learn, the way they understand language, the way they perceive language, the way they learn language. You have to learn it the same way. That is going to make you a good English speaker, a fluent English speaker. So that is our major concern, to sound more like native speakers. So when you are watching a movie, maybe you like some kinds of movies which are adapt. I mean, have this translations thing. Don't just do that. You have to watch a movie which has a natural language, and that natural language has to be English. It can be American movie or maybe UK movie. You understand? So these movies have to be with the natural language, okay, their original version of language. You have to watch such kind of movies. If you aim at being a good speaker, then that is never avoided. You have to make sure that every time you watch movie, it has to be natural and has to be English version movie. If you watch it, you don't have to understand everything, but you can just start with one scene to make sure that you understand each word which has been uh, uh, spoken there. So from those words, maybe phrases, or maybe sentences. You have to make sure that you generate more examples from what you hear from the movies. Practice them. Repetition is the key. Now you have to repeat until you understand. You get the idea, the whole idea. You get uh, the the whole picture of what is going on. So through movies, you can be a good English speaker, a native English speaker. That is what I mean. Okay, are we together? Now another thing is political debates. These are always presidential debates. If you go to YouTube, you can find there are a lot of them. There are a lot of uh, political or presidential debates. For example, you can just start by watching a presidential debate between maybe Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. You just stick there, listen what is going on there. You have to listen and understand. A very basic thing you have to note here is understanding, comprehending. You have to comprehend everything, to understand everything they are saying. So you need an active listening skill. You have to listen to this political debate. Sometimes there are political interviews. There are speeches too, political speeches too. You can go and just Google the political speech from maybe Barack Obama. If not Barack Obama, you can just decide to listen to a speech by Donald Trump. These issues will help you to build confidence whenever it comes to speaking. Listen, understand. After you understanding, put what you listen into practice. Do you understand what I'm saying? If they speak, maybe you have found some kind of pattern you never made before. Just practice it until it just stays in your mind. Then it stays there, and you are able to speak it out. Are we together? Another thing is sermons or gospel. Some people like to go to church, maybe if not going to church, maybe to listen to radio sessions, which in which they can get some sermons or gospel, or people preach from there. Then from the preachings, you can just make sure that they are English sermons, English gospel. Okay? If you want to build that confidence, make sure that everything you listen to is in English version, in English language. That will make you a good listener. Okay, we have music or songs, English songs. Maybe you like music. Listen to English songs. They will make you a good speaker. You will have to deal with the lyrics. After dealing with them, you will be practicing how to just sing a song. It will make you a good English speaker. Are we together now? Okay, now we have another thing here, which is news. It can be TV news or radio news. These are things you need to come across. You know, when you watch news, it will make you feel like you are at the event. You understand? So that language used there, you make sure that it's English. An English news, you have to concentrate on that. That will help you make you a good English speaker. You listen to it, and then after listening, you just if you have just found a pattern there, you practice it until you are able to generate some sentences of the same kind. Are we together now? Okay. After that, I will go to another point, which is podcasts. They are always audio podcasts. You can just listen podcast on different issues. Maybe you are listening a podcast on somebody's biography or somebody's story. Okay, those podcasts will make you a good listener. Podcasts here, podcasts. You need to listen to podcasts. They will just help you. When you are doing that, it means that you are preparing an environment for English learning. Do you understand? Listen to podcasts, English podcasts. Podcasts will make it perfect, will make it clear. Okay, now we have another point, which is radio shows. You see, if you like entertainment on radios, you listen to radio shows which are of entertainment structure. So you need to listen to radio, and that radio has to be in English version. Maybe you like entertainment, you will have to listen to entertainment sessions on the radio, okay, on radio station. So you just sit there, you listen to that radio session until it ends. You see, make it every day, put it in your daily routine, it will help you. Okay, another thing here is for those people who like conversation. I like conversation too. If you are lucky enough to have a native speaker of English as your friend, make sure that you use that opportunity to learn English. For example, maybe you have a friend in UK, you have a friend in America. So make sure that you listen to him, you converse, or you make conversation with him or her, so that that will just give you some capabilities, some abilities to be a good English speaker. So conversation, this one is very real. If you want to be a good speaker, you need to put what you learn into practice. So talk to people, talk to those friends, but they have to be native speakers so that you can sound like them. It will help you so much. Okay. Another point is audio lessons. Okay. If you go to YouTube, you will find a lot of audio lessons. If you want to learn English via audio lessons, then go there, listen to these audio lessons. They will help you. So you have to make sure that you are exposed to the environment that will favor you to learn English in a native way. Okay, now we have another thing here, narrations. Narrations. There are people who like to hear stories or to listen to stories. You make sure that you listen to a story and understand it. So a very basic thing here, you have to understand. Make sure you understand. If you understand, after understanding, you will be able to undergo a process in your mind. Then, after undergoing that process, it will give you the ability to speak things out. So, understand the story, and you'll be able to narrate a story too. And you narrate that story in English. Another thing is talk shows. Talk shows. There are shows which you can just be a follower to them. Okay, these shows will make you a good speaker. For example, there is this TED talk show. This will help you. Okay, there you can find people have a platform to talk to people directly. So that you can use TV talk shows to learn something. You have to listen to them. They have a platform. Somebody goes there and just explain about some kind of experience they know about. It might be life experience or some kind of lessons. So that kind of talk show will make you a good English speaker. So while listening now to these hobbies, or maybe to these practices, then what will you have to consider? You will have to consider pronunciation. Okay, the way people pronounce words, the way people pronounce sentences, you will have to hear from them. When you are listening to those utterances, to the way they pronounce, uh, automatically it will come to your mind, and then it will just need you. When you are supposed to talk, you have to talk like those native speakers. So what I mean is, you have to listen to how they pronounce words, and you have to practice it. How do they pronounce? And you have to pronounce the same way. Okay. Phrases. Sometimes we learn English by considering phrases. If you start individual words, sometimes it will be hard for you to understand or to make sentences of the same kind. Okay, so you need to concentrate on the phrases. So from those phrases here, you can generate the phrases of the same category, or the phrases of the same kind of your own. So phrases will help you. You will have to consider phrases which you hear from them. from the native speakers. So that is another thing you will have to consider. Another thing is grammar. And when I talk about grammar, it's actually grammar uh, refers to the set of rules of a language. Rules of a language. So when you're talking about grammar, we start from word to sentence. So it means that you will start how different sentence structures are made in English. So from there, you will have to construct some sentences of the same kind. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So you will have to consider this sentence structures, vocabulary. From there, you will have to, because it sometimes when you just consider this video or videos, okay, if you consider these videos or maybe movies, something can be just mentioned and you will see what is referred to. Okay, so that is what I mean. So it will give you a room to add vocabulary. So another thing will be natural speaking. From there, you learn that whenever you want to speak, you have to speak the same way native speakers do. Do you understand? That will make you a good English speaker, a fluent English speaker. So today, I don't have to say much. Today, my lesson was very, very short, as you can see. So I think I have to end here. Thank you for listening. Uh, Let us meet another lesson. Thank you. My name is Brighton. Don't forget that. Thank you so much.